What's up, guys? Welcome back. If you've had, if you struggle in jobs and you struggle in your family, when you're around your family, it's not you, it's them. It's not you, it's the job or the environment or both. Actually, it's everything, it's the people too. Um, as I've grown older, I started to recognize that following Christ is a privilege, but it is it really for me it hurts, but something tells me it's not supposed to hurt. So, you know, when there's a when you feel called to do what it's not even about a calling. The past few years in my life, I haven't felt really called to go out and do a mission for the Lord, right? But I know something's out there that I need to do. I know the vision is there. There's a mission that I don't know yet that I have to do. And all these trials that I've been going through, all these things that the Lord has been putting me through, the things I've been dealing with family and the things I've been dealing with at work. Because right now I'm in between jobs and I recently got a job and it didn't work out. So I don't have a job again. And uh it's all these things are happening for a reason, right? When the Spirit of God is on your life, you can't even stay in a place too long. And uh I live with family and there are days when I wake up and I really just want to leave. I don't even care. Like I just want to go. I don't want to be around here anymore. Let me know if you feel the same. Have you ever felt that way before? Where you know that for your physical greater good, you have to be here, or you should be here. But the environment is so toxic and evil that you have to literally shred yourself apart to fit the mold so you're not causing a big disruption for the people you live with. Oh, and by the way, you've been shredded apart and ripped and the enemy has stolen from you since you were a little toddler because everyone around you knew, your siblings, your parents, whether they consciously knew or didn't, meaning they subconsciously, their brain just knows something's different about you. Since like day one, people have been trying to tear you apart and bring you down. So, and now as you're older, you have to keep doing it to yourself. It's like they're doing it to you through you, and it hurts. But having said all that, right? Having said all that, the calling on your life, the calling on my life for me is where I feel that there's a mission I don't even know yet, but I know I'm supposed to help the world in some way. And most people, their mission that they feel like they should be doing or their purpose is to go to that 9 to 5 job. Um, you know, um, whether they graduate college or not or something, or their mission is to have a partner, a girlfriend or boyfriend, depending on you know your sexual orientation or your how you identify as. That's why I say partner, by the way, um, to be inclusive, I guess. But they get with these people and have kids because that is they think that's their calling, I guess. Um, I remember I was at a job once that I worked for about 7 years actually, and this job it wasn't at the same store. It was like a service industry. I was like transferring around, and then I moved to another state and worked at the same company but in a different store, right? And I remember like two out of these stores, there would be the girls that would work there would be saying that I was born to be a mother. I don't know why I don't have kids yet. I need to have kids. Da, da, da. And then they go out and they get with these guys and they have kids, and that's their life. Or uh, moving on to dudes, so there'd be like dudes who are like, yeah, I'm not supposed to work minimum wage forever. Okay, yeah, like I can see why. You know, a lot of people feel that way as well. And then they go get another job, and they think the next job they get is really, really bad, and so they work two jobs. They come back to the work. I remember he would be, going between both his jobs, and he would say that the other job he got was terrible. He didn't know why he got it, and it wasn't worth it, but he'll stick it out. So eventually, he quits the store that I'm at, and he does full time over there. And then, I haven't heard from him in a long, long, long time, but I remember, I was hearing through the grapevine, just because people gossip, right? And you hear it. And not that you should listen, but, I heard stuff being said about, and apparently, like, he was in the upper management within like a year and a half. And in this place he went to, I think it was in, he worked at, it was in, uh, I think it was San Bruno or something, California, or like Foster City or something. I think it was Foster City actually. It was in that like that little strip, that area. Um, they pay really, really good, at least back then. This was years ago when I was over there. But the thing is that, and that's, that was probably his career. He didn't even go to college, and that was probably his purpose right then and there. He figured it out, right? Or something. But for me, that's not my calling. I'm sorry. In fact, I'm not sorry. Sorry, not sorry. Like, you know, I'm not meant to work a job. I don't think. I'm not meant to work, whether it's like minimum wage or an office job, 9 to 5, or, I'm not meant to work in a confined enclosure for 6 to 8 to 9 hours a day or more. I feel like my calling, I've had dreams, not literal dreams in my sleep, but I've had dreams, like thinking about it, right? Like daydreaming, that I work for people privately, like I'm their, financial manager, or their, I manage their assets, or I manage their property or something along those lines, or um, I'm a therapist for someone, or I'm, their counselor, or I'm their mentor or something. Um, um, because I believe you can do anything you want to do. It doesn't matter how old you are or what your experience is. If your heart feels called to do stuff and you dream yourself doing it, you can do it. But my struggle I've had, and I'm still currently going through, is I don't know what my specific mission is. I don't know what area of life I'm supposed to help people in. I don't know who to help. And I don't there are times when I doubt myself. So, and because I grew up in a family where it was very toxic and abusive. I'm just saying the facts, y'all, all right? I'm just saying the facts for you. I grew up in a family where it was extremely toxic and still is. It's narcissistic, and um, it's just all bad. It's all bad, okay? Um, and that has a impact on your person, your identity, and your life, your body, your physical, your mental, and your spiritual well-being. And you know, when you're different and you choose to follow God, truly follow God, when you surrender to Him, when you just be, right? You add that to all the toxicity, and you're pretty much a walking target practice for people. And it takes a toll on you. And what I'm trying to say here is that, you know, I grew up in a really that kind of environment. It's made me be a person that I know I'm not supposed to be, and I know it's not who I am. And that has affected, I think it's going to affect my mission, because, or it has affected my mission. If it no longer is, if it's going to affect my vision and my mission for to help humanity. And so part of getting through that process is to work on healing yourself. So, some things I've started doing are exercise more and just take care of myself more. If I'm hungry, I'll eat. I won't just put it off. I'll try to get more sleep, and see myself. I'm not one of those people who writes down self-affirmations and puts notes on the mirror and, you know, does all that stuff. I wake up every day just praying in faith, trying to walk in faith that wherever I go in life, was already went there. And I want you to know today that wherever the Lord says, "Fear not, for I go before you always. I will be with you until the end of time." So, knowing that, you know, the journey, some of us are meant for the destination, other people are meant for the journey. There is no destination. Our life's work is a journey, literally, and that's it. But for a lot of people, it's going to be the destination. It's going to be those results. It's going to be that money. It's going to be that recognition. It's going to be that family they want. There's nothing wrong with having a family, but even if it's hard, like times like right now, it's very hard to even afford a family. But what I'm trying to say is if you are called to have a family, God will make it work. He will give you your spouse. He will give you your wife, your husband, all right? He will make it work. He will provide for the kids you have. He will make sure you have a mission, or you have some type of income or money, self-sustenance, however you say that, right? Sustainability in some way, shape, or form, even if you don't go out and have a job, but there's be some type of sustainability for your family that the Lord will grant you. So people out here that really want that family and want to get married and want to have a kid, if it's not according to the will of God, when you do get that family and that kid and that wife or that husband and etc., that boyfriend, that girlfriend, that relationship, it's not going to work because God already knows your needs before you do. So anyway, that's all I got for the video right now, guys. More to come. I hope you all have a blessed day. Stay safe out there. You're very valuable and you are precious. All right. And I hope you all have a good one.